This is what the Father has to say to us today. Never give up the unbounded opportunities that are inherent in your faith. Belief like yours can move mountains. To the fig tree, your faith says, "No man shall eat fruit from you from this day forward and forever." To the storm, your faith says, "Be still." To those things that are dead and rotting, your faith says, "Lazarus, come forth." "I am aware of your predicament," the Father responds. Your ambitions and goals have been crushed under the weight of the stone of finality, and I already know this. Don't be afraid, just have faith. I am not going to abandon you from where you are. It is not possible for me to leave you up to the winds of chance or the whims of events that are hard to predict. My faith is there within you, and it was bestowed upon you at the moment of your conception. I believe that you are capable of overcoming any challenge and overcoming any obstacle that you encounter. For you, the season of alignment has arrived. At this moment, it is time to readjust your aspirations and to put an end to all of the justifications that have led you to settle for less than what I have promised you. I am the God who is concerned with the fulfillment of the biggest dreams and the highest desires of the heart. In the same way that you have welcomed that hope in the past, continue to embrace my promise of life and life that is increased in plenty. The way things are going is not going to be what you had anticipated, but none of that has taken me by surprise. In nothing will you fall behind on a single score, for I am the God of time and eternity. I will never let you behind. Due to the fact that I am present, you will never be a day late or a dollar short since I am here. This is what I am saying to you. I am striving to both will and to do what is in my best interest. There are a few instances in your life that are going to be temporary placeholders that will not last forever. Have a loose grip on them. Never allow temporal objects or temporal relationships to serve as a source of anchorage. In the event that you are willing to forego second best in favor of traveling first class all the way, I have something more desirable for you. I am not going to give up on you either, because I have created you and I have fashioned you. This is your time, and this is the moment that occurs right now. Have faith in me for the outcome, for I am going to bring you excellent things in the future, and you will not be let down. As of today, the Father has informed you that you have entered a period of improvement. You have been looking forward to receiving your new assignment, and now the time has come. You have mastered the skills necessary to complete your current task, and it is now time for you to move on to the ones that come after it. You have provided others with the training and discipleship necessary to carry on the job, and it continues to expand. I am elevating you and increasing your status because I have discovered that you are faithful in this hour. I am causing your promotion to roll out before you, and I am elevating you. We are going to take things to the next level at this point in time. In the same way that Joseph humbled himself as he gained in wisdom and stature, you are one of those people. My favor was heavily placed upon Joseph because he was a man of integrity, and I wanted him to be able to comprehend visions and dreams so that he could walk in my plans and purposes and deliver a people that was in need. You are someone who possesses a wonderful spirit, much like Daniel did. Daniel was a guy who prayed on a consistent basis, and his voice could be heard from a great distance. In spite of the fact that he did not give in to the voice of the adversary, he was discovered to be faithful and to be in faith in everything. You should be aware that my favor is upon you just as it was upon them. According to the Father, this is the hour of destiny for everyone who will listen to and receive the new tasks that have been sent from on high. Today, the Father asks, are you at a point where you are considering giving up? Inspire a sense of hope. Heaven is keeping a watchful eye, and assistance is just around the corner. Despite the fact that you are unable to witness it with your own eyes, your rescue is guaranteed. Your restoration is more valid in this hour than you have ever recognized, and your recovery is more real than you have ever imagined it to be. No, I have not abandoned you. You can count on me to never abandon or abandon you. Always and forever, my beloved, I am in you and with you. I have, in fact, witnessed what has taken place. Indeed, I am aware of everything that has been accomplished. Yes, I am aware of this. In order to welcome you into that area of tranquility, completeness, and power, my arm is extended forth in anticipation of your arrival. It is my intention to provide health and vigor to your bones and blood through the power of my hand. There is now a flow of my curative virtue to all those who will receive it. The grace that I have bestowed upon you will make it possible for all sufficiency to flow and produce the fruit of righteousness that is peaceful. The guiding beacon of peace and joy will lead those who seek my kingdom first into an abundance of favor and holiness. This is for all those who first seek my kingdom. My blessing will be bestowed onto all those individuals who make the decision to walk in love and forgiveness toward those who have used them irresponsibly. To add insult to injury, it is my wonderful blessing that delivers honor, favor, and wealth without any additional suffering. The Father says that you have been given the opportunity to experience the fullness of my goodness and to enter into the immense joy that I have for you. Today, the Father tells you that you have access to greater love and more power than ever before. I am overflowing with love and power, and it is flowing into you. My limitless supply does not have a lid since it is not contained within me. The more you consume, the more you spill over into the lives of everyone and everything around you. You should not consider a brief setback or an unforeseen derailment to be an indication that it is time to stop or that the answer is no. My intention is not to postpone in this manner. However, despite the fact that the impediments appear to be substantial, they are all deceit. They come up with their complex ideas, but unfortunately, just like a balloon, the appropriate instrument, which is a very small pin, causes all of the air to escape, rendering the plan ineffective. Similar to how the adversary's plans work. They engage in deception, plotting, and scheming, but the truth triumphs in the end, and the lies are brought to light. The situation is analogous to constructing your home on the solid foundation of my word rather than the sands of the world. While the other is a foundation that is not only stable but also readily overturned, the first is a solid base. As a result, your life, when constructed upon my solid foundation, will not be affected by the rumbling of the waves, the blowing of the winds, or the shaking of the mountains. As a result of having done everything possible to stand, I stand here wearing all of my armor. Both the sword of the Spirit, which is my word, and the helmet of salvation are included in this. You have the belt of truth beneath your feet, and your feet are shod with serenity. First and foremost, you must take the shield of faith, which will allow you to snuff out every dart that the wicked one takes. You will be rewarded with what you have persevered through adversity for if you have that purposeful determination. As though something strange, unexpected and foreign to your position were befalling you, you should not be shocked and perplexed by the burning trial that is taking place to test your quality. As though something strange were happening to you. However, rejoice in the extent that you are experiencing the same sufferings that Christ did, so that when His glory is shown, you will also be able to exult with victory. Regardless of how you appear on the outside, you are blessed if you are subjected to mistreatment because you wear the name of Christ. This is because my Spirit of glory is resting upon you so that I may be glorified through you. According to what the Father has revealed to me today, I am restoring alignment to my body. In areas where there is disharmony, there is pain and suffering, a lack of flow, stunted growth, limited effort, and if this situation is allowed to continue in this fashion, it will bring about the disintegration of the entire system. I want my physique to be picture perfect, free of any blemishes or wrinkles. In order for you to be healed, everything that has been out of joint is being brought back together. Love ought to be present in places where there is hostility. Let there be peace in the places where there is conflict. Healing should be allowed to flow wherever there is illness. Faith should emerge in places where there is fear. In the areas where there are impediments and obstructions, you should give the command to remove them from your midst. It is my hope that my delight will emerge and blossom from within you. It is time for whatever it is that brings you grief and sadness to find a way to get away from you. My love, joy, peace, patience, goodness, gentleness, kindness, faithfulness, and self-control have come on the scene and are with you and in your midst in growing measure from this day forward. They are in your life and in your midst. A plan is being carried out, and you have a role to play in it. There is a destiny and a plan. Not only do I wish for your soul to flourish, but I also wish for you to flourish and be in good health. Your spirit is flourishing as you continue to be fed and transformed by my word that is dwelling on the inside of you. The development that you are going through appears to be in such a natural way that you are not even aware that it is taking place. You will soon come to the realization that you have traveled a very long way, and this time is very close at hand. This is the time that you were brought into the kingdom for, and just this time. In the moment that I reveal your portion in my plan, everything will suddenly come together. Right now, everything is coming together in a way that is converging. The moment you are ready to make your breakthrough is right now. As I bring those things to your memory from years gone by, you will see how they all come together for this lovely new route that I have set for you to travel upon. The things that you have been believing for are falling into place as I bring them to your attention. This is a time of gathering, according to what the Father has said today. Lines are being drawn in places that are relaxing, but for some people, it is not as relaxing as they would like. You are being called together with my body because you are making intelligent decisions and moving in the cadence of my rhythm that is spreading throughout every nation. This is why you are being called. I am not far away. Come to me. Call upon me, and I will answer you and reveal you things that are vast and mighty that you were not aware of before. If you have the ability to hear and see, you will find that there is a great deal of revelation occurring at this time. What I have stated in my word is manifesting itself in a variety of ways all around you. There are natural signals that you are aware of, but it is only through the lens of your spiritual sight that you can see me operating on a more profound and multifaceted level. Miracles are taking place in every direction you look. Take a step back from your current situation and look back through the eyes of faith that I have for you to see what is happening and what the future holds. You can choose between two different sets of lenses, but only one of them will provide you with the clarity, answers, truth, and assistance that you need for your situation. Your ability to receive will be filled to the degree that you specify as your capacity to receive grows. What is the extent to which you have been freed from all burdens and have been sold off for my purposes? What exactly do you observe? Are you able to perceive sadness, despair, agony, and misery? Or do you perceive the wonderful things that are being released in your midst that bring people into the fullness of my presence in a future that is more hopeful? There is no defeatist in me. There is no reason for you to give up when I do not. Although I never claimed that it would be simple, I did say that it would be worthwhile. Through my strength, which is found in Christ Jesus, you are able to accomplish anything. I have never promised that I will provide you with the blueprints to my plan. However, I have promised that I will be the voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk ye in it," when you turn to the right or the left. If I were to provide you with the blueprint, you would not require faith, and you would miss out on the miracles that occur along the way. You are able to draw strength from the knowledge that I am able because the memorials that are present in your life are the markers of your faith. If I have already done it, I will do it once again. This day, the Father declares, I am truly your refuge and very present help and assistance. The high and powerful fortress that you have is me. There is no dangerous pestilence that is hiding in the shadows that can cause you harm, and there is no plague that can come close to making its way to your home. Because you have placed your trust in me to deliver you, and I have heard your prayers, I will deliver you from every possible dread and rescue you from every possible difficulty. On the contrary, I have bestowed upon you not a spirit of fear, but rather one of love, power, and a clear mind. Only the dread of the Lord is considered to be a healthy fear. That which is clean and pure is the fear of the Lord. There is holiness and justice in the fear of the Lord. Those who have a fear of me will protect their lips and refrain from saying lies, and they will restrain their tongues from speaking evil. In the event that you walk in the fear of the Lord, you will turn away from evil and make an effort to do what is right. For those of you who walk in the fear of the Lord, you will seek peace and pursue it. My eyes are fixed on all those who are virtuous, and my ears are listening to their calls for deliverance and salvation from the difficulties that have presented themselves to them. A spirit that is contrite and repentant is heard by me, and I respond to those who are of that spirit. In the words of the Father, I will make it possible for those who are righteous to take a deep drink from my river of joys and to refresh themselves in my fountain of life. Today, the Father asks, are you continuing to have faith in me? Are you putting your faith into action on our planet today? When you say that you believe that the same power that rose Christ from the dead is present inside you, are you really believing that? There is nothing that can be considered impossible for you if you have a genuine belief that my power is inside you and if you are able to accept this power by releasing your faith. That person who believes is capable of accomplishing anything. You already own it. All that is required is for you to let it out. Through the strength of your faith, you will experience miracles that are both pleasing to God and moving mountains in your life as well as the lives of others. On which mountain do you require assistance? Which impediment do you require to be removed? In what miraculous way do you hope to be healed? To what extent are you willing to think that you can obtain the fire? For what kind of profound understanding are you looking to inquire? Is it a source of great pleasure for you to strive to achieve greatness? If you will just believe that my power to raise you from the dead is already inside you and will be released by your faith, then everything is within your reach and within your grasp. It is your faith that causes the mountains that are in front of you to move, and it is your faith that causes my heart to move, and that makes me happy, says the Father. There are a great number of people who are pleading with me to provide justice, the Father says today. You should not become weary or faint, because I will arrive quickly to provide fast justice in response to your prayers. Do not become weary or faint. On the other hand, when I arrive, will I discover religion on earth? Every one of you has received the appropriate amount of faith from me. If one makes intelligent use of their faith and does not throw it away, even the smallest amount of faith, which is about the size of a mustard seed, will be of great use to them. So, what are you going to do with your faith? I am searching the entire land for those of you who are standing in faith, who are walking in faith, and who are making use of the faith that I have bestowed upon you. I am searching for those individuals who are actively cultivating their faith by listening to and speaking my word, as well as believing that my promises are true. For those who are faithful, those who continue to have faith and make use of the amount of faith that I have provided will be the receivers of an even bigger amount of faith that I am about to pour out upon you. Those individuals who have come to an understanding of the significance and virtue of faith, as well as the genuine essence of faith, will be the ones to receive the mantles of faith that will shortly be released upon the planet. The reason for this is that I am going to release fresh mantles that will ignite the gift of faith that you possess. Due to the fact that those who have a great deal of trust will receive even more. The Father states that the miracles, signs, and marvels that you have prayed for will be brought about by the gift of faith, which will be the catalyst from which they will emerge. The Father has spoken to us today, saying, "Before you were born, I created the essence of who you were created to become. Your days have been molded and formed by me, and I have detailed your design in the book that I have written about your life. I have placed within you incredible gifts and abilities, and those things that you are good at and that appear to come with little effort are the talents and gifts that I wished and gave you to have. I made you to be a one-of-a-kind and remarkable individual, even fashioned in my image with my DNA. I have placed you within you. I have given you a lot of thought, and I have had a lot of ideas about you, including specific details about the future that I have planned for you. When it comes to you, I have more thoughts than there are individual grains of sand in the ocean put together. By working together, we shall bring my purposes to fruition on earth as you progress toward your destiny, which is the one I have prepared for you. It is absolutely necessary for you to make the decision to step out on this incredible journey of discovery. A question has been posed to me: what is my fate, and what is my reason for being here? There have been times when you have pondered and wished for your life to have significance and a purpose for my kingdom. Because you are both fearfully and wonderfully made, you should also focus your heart on discovering and revealing the mysteries that are contained within your existence. You will come to understand that I have already implanted the blueprints and the clues of discovery within you, which will guide you in the direction of searching for that which is the fulfillment of your deepest heart's desire and your greatest childhood dream. The Father states that this revelation will take you into the purposes and plans that will unfold for you the manifest destiny that you have longed for and cried out for since you were a child. According to what the Father has revealed to us today, there is no greater joy than knowing that my children are walking in unity and love. After that, we will be able to become one, and the abundance of glory will spontaneously show itself in your midst. How could this possibly be the case? Through the practice of humility. Taking into consideration not just your own requirements but also those of other people. You are restricting yourself to what you are capable of doing in your own strength when you are self-focused, and you are also restricting what I am able to do in your life because you are not expecting to be blessed with faith. Therefore, in order to have faith, you must first believe that I am and that I am a rewarder of those who seek me with diligence. I want you to believe that my word was truly sent to you in order to cure you and to save you from ruin. The act of reading it and expressing it is one thing, however, it is an entirely different thing to genuinely believe it because doing so will drive you to behave in a different manner. Faith is the belief. There is trust in faith. You can display your faith by the manifestation of the fruit and gifts of the Spirit in your life, as well as through actions of obedience. Being humble means focusing on the requirements of other people and aiming to be a blessing to them. Pride is more concerned with itself and looks for solutions to its own problems. Riches, dignity, and life are the rewards that come to those who have the humility and fear of the Lord. I am here to bestow onto you life, and I will do it in a more abundant manner. Because I have your requirements addressed, there is no longer any need to take into consideration what they are. Now that you are planting seeds to meet the requirements of other people, the harvest will come to you automatically. I have already done everything that was required of me when my Son died for your sin, disease, anxiety, fear, and every evil work that is coming against you, once and for all. You do not need to beg and plead for me to help you because I have already done everything that was necessary. To bring you tranquility, He came to you. When you are at peace, your umpire will settle every decision you have to make with finality. When you equip yourself with the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God, you are no longer in a defensive position. This is due to the fact that my word is two-edged and has the ability to cut through any obstacle or circumstance that stand in your way. Let's take the initiative and go for the kill. This day, the Father says, I take great pleasure in extending mercy. My compassion prevails over my judgment, and at this very moment, I am pouring out my love on others who are like me. I am calling and begging for everyone to come to know me so that your eyes will be enlightened and flooded with light so that you can understand how all-encompassing my love is for you. You may be assured that I am fully aware of every aspect of every scenario you are confronted with if I knew you while you were still in your mother's womb, and I know the exact number of hairs that are on your head, and if I know the time when that number changes. People are shaking their fists and asking, "Where are you, God?" or why God, as if I were a dictator in the sky who was just seeking for an occasion to punish everyone. Why would I make you for the purpose of retribution? You can find me right here. I've been here the whole time. What I want to know is, where are you? You wouldn't be asking that question if you truly know me, would you? Imagine a Rubik's Cube, which has a lot of moves that need to be made in order to win the game, and the strategy that is required to do so. You are now residing in a world that has been corrupted by opposition and distraction. What is the minimum number of movements that would be necessary to solve the issues in a single life? On the other hand, to devise a plan to perform a miracle in the middle of the street at a particular hour of the day. Take into consideration the planning that is necessary for a large number of people all at once. In spite of everything, I am able to make everything beautiful in its own time, and I have chosen to utilize you to do this. I am like a symphony. How come? Until you are in a position to put the power that I have placed within you to use, you will never be able to acknowledge your greatness or the strength that I have placed within you. Learning and development are more likely to occur during challenging times as opposed to times when everything is going according to plan. Certain individuals deflect when there is no challenge, and they act in accordance with their own desires. You, on the other hand, are not among those who retreat, but rather you are among those who draw nearer to me in order to achieve the prize of your high calling in Christ Jesus. It is a sign of maturity to forget the things that are behind you and to move forward toward the things that are in front of you. If you lean into me, you will arrive at your destination. In today's message, the Father states that everything is a smoke screen. Illusions and deceptions are the only things that the adversary possesses. He has something to work with if he is successful in convincing you to believe what he is saying. You have set your sights much too low, my child, if you accept loss or accept the poor circumstances you find yourself in as what I have planned for you. If you do either of these things, then you are being a fool. Due to the fact that you are carrying out his tasks for him, the adversary does not even have to bother dealing with you. One of his guiding principles is that familiarity results in acceptance, and he is a dogged individual. Numerous people in society likewise employ this strategy. The reason for this is that whatever you concentrate on, you will attract to yourself. You are not required to take his lies as the truth of the situation. You can navigate your way through the minefield of deceptions with the help of the map here. My way is certain, and if you allow me to lead, I will guide you around every obstacle that stands in your way. In point of fact, I will remove them entirely and assist you in arriving at your destination in a secure manner. There is no need to stare at the trap that is already in front of you or concentrate on what the adversary is doing. Your eyes should be raised, you should look up, and you should look beyond the existing situation. Due to the fact that these things are detected on a spiritual level, it is essential to look carefully with your spiritual eyes. There are a lot of things in store for you that will help you triumph over any circumstance that you find yourself in. One has a great deal for which to express gratitude. Your eyes and heart will remain fixed on me via the practice of focusing on me and filling your mouth with praise and appreciation. The author and finisher of your faith, Jesus, for the joy that was set before him, suffered the cross, despised the humiliation, and is now set down at the right hand of my throne. is the one you should look to. In order to avoid being weary and disheartened in your souls, this is the reason why you should think about him who endured such animosity from sinners against himself. To this point, you have not yet fought against sin and rejected the act of bloodshed. The hardship that you go through will be rewarded, and I will be faithful to lead you to the point where you can achieve your breakthrough.